great palette of colour.
Life is full of these grey areas. It's not just black and white.
An identity-forming experience.
You are listening to Eastside Radio Podcast with discussions and insights on art, politics, music and more here on eastsidefm.org.
If you are still seated, I'd be very surprised.
I'm joined now in the studio by our first guest for this afternoon show of Thursday Drive. You're listening to Eastside Radio, 89.7 FM. My name is Tony Roma, and the Bondi Wave program is held next door to our studios down here at Bondi Pavilion, where I'm broadcasting from today. It's a 12-week course that teaches kids between the ages of 12 and 18, roughly, how to write, arrange, record, and perform original music. Bondi Wave is designed to facilitate existing bands or individuals searching for bandmates. So if you don't have a band, you can join the course and you can get put into a band too. And there's lots of individual mentoring from industry professionals, one of which was our very own Ben Fink from Eastside Radio. And then it culminates in a concert performance and a professional recording and an appearance on Eastside Radio. So today we've got members of the band called Nowadays who participated in the program. They've also uploaded their tracks to the Triple J Unearthed site, and they've applied to Unearthed High. Welcome to the show this afternoon, guys. And can we just start by, we'll just come and introduce yourself to Eastside Radio's audience. Just do it one at a time. Just say your name and just tell everybody what instrument you play too.
Hi, I'm Alonso. I play guitar.
I'm Ethan. I play the bass.
I'm Harry. I play drums.
I'm V, and I'm the singer.
All right. Welcome, guys. Thanks so much for being here this afternoon. One of the things I think, like, we hear about the Bondi Wave program, and so we've got an idea about it, but I don't know if we know, like, what does an actual, like, one of the sessions look like? Can you kind of describe that to us a bit?
Yeah, sure. So the session kind of starts with us just getting set up and everything. We have one of the very good kind of mentors or teachers, I guess, just watching over us. They're not pushy at all. We kind of just, they kind of let us do our own things. And, yeah, they kind of just watch over us and give us some advice.
Uh-huh.
We go in and we usually start the session by just having a look at some of the ideas from over the week. And then we get together, play the original songs, and then over the course of the program, we end up with the best ones, and then we play those at the concert.
Yeah, so you guys are you writing songs in your own time a little bit, or are you sort of coming in with an idea for a song and hoping that others can help you finish its construction?
Oh yeah, so often our ideas will like kind of evolve like with each other. Someone might come up with a guitar riff, and then someone might add a bass riff, and then V usually does the vocals herself and all the lyrics. But yeah, that's pretty much the process.
Yeah, all right, thanks for that. And because you're a drummer, Harry, yeah? And are you writing some songs too as a drummer?
Oh yeah, I play a little bit of piano and guitar, so I kind of just use that to help me write stuff.
So multi-instrumental. Yeah, I think multi-instrumentalist, it's an important thing to do. You've all said that you play your own specific instruments. Ethan, you're the bass guitarist, is that right?
Yeah.
But do you play other instruments too as well? Or are you learning some as well?
Well, I did start on drums at a young age, but I got kicked to the bass when I was about 9 years old.
Why did you get kicked to the bass?
It was my dad's instrument. So he wanted me to play something else.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. All right. Cool. And then what about some of your influences growing up too? So was your dad a musician as well? Is that right?
Yeah, I kind of grew up in a family of musicians. My dad plays the drums.
Yeah.
My two sisters sing. And my brother's actually a guitarist as well.
Wow. And then what kind of music do you like listening to? Do you like listening to the stuff that you were shown as a kid, or have you found your own sort of tastes?
It's a lot of funk and R&B mostly, just all the old stuff.
Yeah, cool. What about you, Alonso? What influences you musically these days?
So when I was younger, none of my family really play instruments, but I think it's like a discipline they always wanted me to learn, so that's kind of where it started. And I think when I was younger, as like a lot of kids do, they kind of start out with a bit of like bad music taste. But
well, you've got to listen to the bad stuff to find the good stuff,
exactly,
don't you?
Exactly,
you know.
Yeah. But yeah, over time I started like appreciating a lot of funk as well, a bit of jazz, and just recently, ever since we started this, because we've been doing a lot of pop, I kind of had a lot of fun mixing the two kind of R&B and pop and I guess funk all together, which is really fun.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Harry?
Oh yeah, well I think I started out by like getting into hip hop and R&B. Like I really like D'Angelo and Anderson .Paak, but in terms of what I like would study for music, I'm really passionate about jazz, so I think that comes through maybe my playing, maybe not, but yeah, I really like John Coltrane as well. So yeah.
Any favorite jazz drummers that you've studied or that you like to listen to?
In terms of jazz drummers,
I think there's a new guy doing the rounds called Nate. What's his name?
Nate Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really great.
He's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah, Questlove, just really like impeccable grooves.
Yeah. Yusef Days, have you checked him out too?
Is he
He's from the UK.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of waves at the moment on the drumming circuit.
Yeah, I think I've listened to one of his albums.
Yeah, I think he did Black Classical Music, it was called, last year. I think he was out for WOMAD as well. I highly recommend checking out Yusef Days. What about you, V? Come and share yourself with our audience a little bit. What influences you, specifically as a vocalist and a songwriter?
Well, I think growing up, I listened to, none of my family's musical, but there was a lot of like pop, very emotive, like ballads. A lot of, I'm a teenage girl, so a lot of really like emotive lyrics.
Did your parents grow up in the 80s maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think anyone that grew up in the 80s, we were sort of we dined on a feast of power ballads, they were called.
Yeah.
And they were very synth heavy and a lot of production work.
Yeah.
So yeah, awesome.
But definitely like since meeting these guys, and I've been in the program with Ethan as well for a few years now, but this is definitely the first time where we've kind of like mixed a lot of different stuff and everyone has their own influences and different things they bring to the band, which is really inspiring. It's definitely pushed me out of the comfort zone of my usual pop singing. But it's still like in there. I think you can see that it's still an influence. But I think we found a really good balance between all those different genres and styles.
I think this is the thing that excites me the most about hearing music that's going to come from the next generation, is that you just have more and more decades of influences from so many different sounds and genres that eventually the music's just got so much variety and so much eclecticism about it that, I'm really excited to see what kind of music you will make. But you've made music for now. So we've got a couple of songs. We've got Sassy and Talk. Which one do you think we want to open with first?
We can open with Talk and then we'll move on to Sassy.
Now, who wants to tell us a little bit of background about the song Talk then? Was it a combined effort writing it, or who wrote the song?
So I wrote the riff for for Talk.
For Talk, yeah.
And
okay, Harry, yep.
I showed it to the group, and I think everyone just built on it. V came up with the lyrics of the song and the vocals. Ethan did the bass, and kind of built from there.
All right, here it is now. This is the Nowadays, who just recently graduated from the Bondi Wave program for 2024. I'm joined with Ethan, Alonso, Harry, and V, and we're going to hear their first song of theirs. It's called Talk.
Getting sick of all the silence and the static on my phone. I know I wanted the distance, but now I feel so small. And I'm running out of time to tell you all I want to do is talk, talk, talk. I'm running out of time to say what's on my mind. Can we talk, talk, talk? All I do is pine, my questions and reply. Can we talk, talk, talk? Your voice is soft like honey, you're right on the money when you talk, talk, talk. Can we talk, talk, talk? Getting so goddamn restless, I'm just climbing up these walls. Wish that I could disappear like you did, you're a ghost. And I'm running out of time to tell you all I want to do is talk, talk, talk. I'm running out of time to say what's on my mind. Can we talk, talk, talk? 'Cause all I do is pine, my questions and reply. Can we talk, talk, talk? Your voice is soft like honey, you're right
Yeah, I love it. That's a great song. Congratulations, guys. That was the Nowadays and their song Talk, which is one of two songs we're going to hear from the band this afternoon. We're joined by Ethan, Alonso, Harry, and V. And how do you feel now listening to that going out on the radio? How do you feel about that song now, guys?
I think we're all just really proud, I think, and it was really amazing to see all of our efforts come together into one finished product, and we're really grateful for the program. Well, two finished products, but we're really grateful for the program to allow us to have those opportunities and experiences, I think.
Yeah, all right, excellent. And then what do you think is going to be the next steps now, both maybe individually or what about as a band? Is there a future for the Nowadays? Are you guys keen to sort of work together some more?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got rehearsals, I'd say, every week.
Are you jamming together? Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Great.
for sure.
Great.
We're still motivated. We've got a lot of ideas coming through. We've got 2 gigs later. We've got Stanmore Music Festival on the 16th of November. So,
awesome.
At 1 p.m. Please show up. We'll
Great. No, you've got to get out there. You've got to play live. Yeah, you've got to get out. That's awesome.
A gig in Dulwich Hill towards the end of the year, around early December. But you guys can check our Instagram for updates and all that.
Okay, cool. What's your handle?
The Nowadays.
Okay, sweet.
We're also on TikTok and YouTube and SoundCloud.
I don't know if my audience is on TikTok so much, but for anyone, for any young person out there, or anyone whose kids are on TikTok, you can find the band The Nowadays on TikTok too. So we're writing songs, we're sticking together as a band. We're going to go out there and play live too, which is important because you've got to test the songs and you've got to test the combinations live. And you've registered for the Unearthed High program, or you've applied for that. Tell us, what is that? Tell us a little bit more about that.
So basically, the competition actually closed for this year, so you have to enter next year.
Yeah.
But there's a reviewer on the site of our Triple J page that said we should apply.
Okay, cool.
And I think the application process is we just put in the song, the lyrics, and
what do you get? What you get to go to what's Unearthed High? What is it?
It's a competition for like high school students who write original music. There's a bunch of people from everywhere that enter. And I'm unsure about what you actually receive if you win.
Okay.
But it's something.
I think you get like opportunities to record your songs.
Yeah. And
something
more
like
coverage
Yep.
across the Triple J website, which is incredible.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you guys listen to the radio?
Yeah, I think it's my parents definitely do, and
we know your parents do. We're trying to work out whether you guys find. Look, now that you're getting older and you're getting more into music, are you finding more radio stations as a result of it?
I mean, yeah, definitely. It's something that comes with just being more exposed to music.
Yep.
You kind of hear of friends and everything that are on the radio. You kind of tune in more. You find more people. You really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice.
Well, if you guys like jazz, funk, and soul, you're in the right radio station. If you want to hear more indie rock and roll and hip hop, there's a place called FBI, and that's a youth-based station too. Yeah. So there's because I sort of feel like the algorithm is not always our friend in terms of finding new sounds. And you can definitely. Well, there's lots of good stuff on YouTube though, isn't there? Do you guys spend a bit of time on YouTube?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. That's also why we kind of posted our music, and we were really keen to post it on YouTube and all the social medias.
All right. Well, look, we've got time for one more song this afternoon. Who wants to tell us a little bit more about what we're going to hear? Who wrote it? What was the process behind it? Tell me some more.
Yeah, so the riff for Sassy was written by our phenomenal guitarist Alonso, and I think it's definitely probably our favourite song we've recorded. I think we've had a lot of fun making it, and I think you can definitely hear that when you listen to the song.
For sure.
All right, listen, thank you so much for coming in this afternoon. We've been joined by Ethan, Alonso, Harry, and V, as together they formed the group called The Nowadays, and this is the second song off their recording from the Bondi Wave program at Bondi Pavilion. Much love and respect to Waverley Council for putting it on. This is a song called Sassy.
Sweetest honey, right to my core.
You have been listening to Eastside Radio Podcast. For selections of more enjoyable content like this, visit our website, eastsidefm.org, and click on Podcast.